The first day I drew 3. Broken Vessel, Grossmother and Fluke Mom. These felt like safe places to start, so nothing special. The second day I did no eyes, and this is where I discovered that using gradients could be huge. Things look way more vibrant this way. I also did Vengerfly King and Diablobles. This is also when I decided I should keep the best bosses for last, because improvement. Day 3, the power of novelty wore off, and I moved to a healthy 2 a day, which is still kind of a neck break pace, especially because the effort just keeps going up. I absolutely love the way Malek turned out. It just strikes the perfect balance between simplicity and detail. Mossy also looks good, but the background is kind of meh. Soul Warrior was trying better backgrounds and it kind of worked. Now, I don't think Shio looks bad, but it just kind of looks wrong. It's probably due to the pose. So yeah, this happened, I will not elaborate. I do however like the Soul Tyrant boss fight. I tried some foreshortening with Zero, and while it does look good, he also just kind of looks sad, but that's probably more due to the design of the eyes. I personally think the collector turned out phenomenal, but then again, I just like fiddling with anatomy, so I'm biased. Elderhu, I did not like. The background does not hold up and the bracelets just look silly. This was a Sunday, so only one. Dunk Defender is also nearly on collector level, just a good drawing. Oro and Mato were pretty difficult because they are big and there's 2 of them, so I had to compromise. Then False Knights was getting lost in the background, so I decided to fake line art post-render, which looks fine, but I definitely don't want to repeat this. The Mantis Lords look awesome, but I felt like I wasn't really getting anywhere. Improvement wasn't as apparent as I wanted it to be, so in short, I just started getting tired of it. I started slowly burning out, you could say. Which is why, from then on, I just did 1 a day and still suffered, somehow. Also, will go fast now because there are negative feelings attached. Fine, great, also great. Awful, meh, mid, also mid. Something different, but I hate it now. I just wanted to move on, so let's not talk about it. And now finally, the final 9. I decided to mix it up a little to get more fulfillment, and paradoxically heightened my workload to combat burnout. The first one, God Tamer, was kind of an aimless drawing, but it still looks good. These last ones also just showcase how much I've learned. Then Grey Prince Sode I had a lot of fun with, because, well, it's basically just the background. I do not like Grey Prince Sode as a boss or Sode as a character, so it's not because I like the boss or anything. I just had a lot of fun doing all the details with the background. White Defender is visually distinct enough to merit his own drawing, and he looks great, but the background just doesn't really complement him, and honestly that's fine. I have more opportunities to get this right. NKG and Grim got lumped together in one drawing because it fits. You also might notice I discovered chromatic aberration, so sorry to your eyes. Sadly, it doesn't quite live up to NKG's status as a boss fight. The other ones are just executed better, I believe. And to those paying very good attention, the stripes on NKG are the wrong way. They are supposed to go down and I drew them upwards. Now, with Nosk, I discovered a new way to use gradients, and I think it looks great. I did, however, make a mess of the background. At this point, I've kind of just accepted that there will be imperfections in probably every drawing. Note that I did take a break here for an exam I had to pass. Hive Knight is just the product of all the improvements that came before him, therefore he looks great. I do think I could have made the front B pop a little more by being less aggressive with the gradients. Now with Marketh, I felt like I was approaching technical perfection, and that's bad, because complacency is the enemy of progress. It just didn't feel good enough, but it felt like I had reached the end. So I made a conscious effort to do better. I Improved the composition, made it more dynamic, heightened the contrast, made bolder color choices, and it turned out phenomenal. I originally wanted to do the Hollow Knight with Pure Vessel, but the Radiance just fit better thematically and compositionally. The only thing I would do different now is add some chains in the background, that's all. And for Pure Vessel, I did a character drawing. I don't think it's better than the last one, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely just a very good drawing. And that's all of it. Fun fact, I played Hollow Knight for less time than drawing all of this. I low-key have the urge to redo some of these because a lot of them deserve better. I won't though, because this took me 2 months. Anyways, kudos to Hollow Knight for being amazing, and may Silksong come out eventually.